ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Heavy Metal Music Theory. Today we're going to be taking a look at the song Down in a Hole by Aliceinchains. Alright, first we're going to play you the first chord progression, just for a reference point. Here we go, Down in a Hole. Now the chords to this are A minor, G, and D. Alright, now if we were looking at this as logically as possible, we would say, well, it looks like it's in the key of G, because there's a G, and that would be the 1, and then the A minor would be the 2, and the D would be the 5. But the order of the chords implies more of a modal approach, whereby traditional chord progressions are basically tossed out the window. We're doing what would be considered a Dorian, right? A minor as the first chord of the progression is the 2 chord in G. G being the parent scale, and the A minor being the 2 chord. The second degree of a scale is Dorian. So we are doing a 1-4. We're doing a 1-7 in G, 4 on D. And it's a very unique vibe, right? We definitely kind of feel the A minor is 1. The G goes great, right? Because that's a neighboring chord. And then the D has its own flair. And the D is the 5 of the parent scale G. But again, we're doing this modally. So we're in A Dorian. And what's really cool about this is that the next section, when the song changes key, you can hear the switch. They go to D Dorian, which is nothing more than just the C scale, but starting on D, right? Because Dorian's the second degree of C is D, D to D, D Dorian. The chords function stays the same. The D minor chord acts as the 1, right? Just like the A minor acted as the 1. The C is acting as the 7, just as the previous G acted as the 7. And then the G is acting as the 4, just as the D did in the previous section in A Dorian. So we have 2 chord progressions in this song. They're both modal. They're both in Dorian. And they both use the same chords in both sections. All right? So the ear's picking up on the fact that the intervals used are the same, just a different starting point. And changing up the key gives it a fresh feel, right? Changing up the mode, the starting point. And also the key of G being the parent scale for the A Dorian, and the key of C being the parent scale for the D Dorian, work nicely together because they're closely related, meaning they only have one note different between them, and that is the F sharp. All right. So, God, what a beautiful tune. What a beautiful band. I hope to do more from these guys. Hey, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.